Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you the tutorial for this card that I made for the Ink Stamp Share blog cup. So you might have seen that at the weekend. It was Sale-A-Bration theme, so I've used thoughtful blooms. Okay, so I'll show you how I've done it. So to make this, I'm using Thoughtful Blooms, which is one of our Sale-A-Bration sets, free with a £45 order. Lots and lots of elements in this. Have used it before. Today I'm going to use that big spray there. I'm going to use that flower, and then I'm going to use the tiny flower, and I'm going to use that sentiment there. I'm always amazed but never surprised by your thoughtfulness, and I'm going to keep it monochrome, so I'm using Memento ink, and I'm going to use a basic black card base. So this is just standard piece of cardstock cut in half, scored in half. So I've got one for stamping, no, that one's for the middle of the card, so you can write on it. I'll probably stamp on it. Then I've got a quarter sheet of standard cardstock that I'm going to stamp on, because then I'm going to cut it with the stitch rectangles. And then I've got this to do a topper on the top, and this measures, I've just done it at 2.5 by 3 3/4, because I'm going to be cutting with the stitch rectangles. So I'm going to use the largest one to cut that out, and then if we go one, call that one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll go into the 5th one for that, so that gives me plenty of room there when cutting those out on my big shot. So let's get the stamping done. So I'm going to do the little topper first. I'm going to get in a little bit of scrap paper there to keep my grid mat clean. That's going to annoy me. There we go. So I am going to stamp the sentiment so I know where it is. It's always helpful. So I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm just going to stamp it down in this corner here, like so. And then I'm going to do this spray coming in the top corner. I'm going to sneeze. Yep. And I'm going to have that coming down there, like so. And then we're going to put this flower in the middle. There is a punch that coordinates with this that you can also get with a £90 purchase. So to get both free, you need to spend £135. There we go. And then I'm just going to use this little flower. There's some ends there, so I'm going to have it that these little flowers, going to just get my head in there a minute. Little flowers at the end of each of these little stems. I think it's so cute. And I mean, I'm doing it just black and white here, but you can do it in, I could easily have added colourful ones, but I wanted to keep it like that. So that's my topper. So I'm going to move that out of the way so I don't smudge. And then we're going to do this bottom, and I'm just going to sort of stamp around the edges here. So start at the top. Coming slightly more in with this one. last little flourish at the end. Like so. And then, like before, I'm going to put our big flower in the middle. So what's nice is that you can punch out this flower and stick it in, and then it comes up. I have got the old petite petal punch, and it does cut it a bit. Right, I'm gonna have a bit of that flower coming in there, like so, and then we've got this little one going round here. So I haven't tried this. I'm going to do this card design again in using colour ones, and see how that looks. But for this I just wanted to stick to black and white because I think that's very stylish and classy. There we go. So I need to die cut these now using the dies that I picked out. So I shall be cutting that like so, and cutting that like so, ready for that to go in that space there. So I'll get that done. So there we are, they're cut out. That to fit on there. And then that as my topper, but I want to give it a bit of a black border to make it pop. So I'm just going to get some black scrap. I keep all my cardstock in colours, and then I have one of these for all my cut-offs, so it's easy to find my scraps there with the cardstock. So it's a bit of organisation that really works for me. I really like it. Now I could cut the frame out of that and have it framed, which I might actually try. So to get the frame, you need to take the number 5 that I cut with, and then the one that's the next size up, which will be the number 4, and then run that together, and then that will give us a frame which I actually think might look really nice. So big shot out again. I love how I just change my mind as I'm doing it. So let me show you, because you may never have seen me do a frame before. So I've got a magnetic platform under here. If you haven't got one of those, then washi tape works. With these dies, I always go in at an angle. So, and then I just place that middle one on. So we've got sort of same distance around, a faff until I'm happy. There we go, I think that's pretty good. And we'll just run that through. Always run it back because I've got a window there, so I can't pull it out. So I'll break my window. And then you have yourself so you've got a bit spare, and then we have a frame that's stitched on both sides, which I love. Love that effect. So, and I've got that as a spare, so that will go in my little scraps where I might need one of those for layering. So now that is properly framed around there, like that. And that makes it really pop as opposed to just having a little one. So we need to start gluing. So when it's got a frame like that, it's harder to pop up. You could pop that up on dimensionals with that underneath, but I prefer to have them stuck down together. So in order to get it right, I stick the inside of the frame down first. I need to start using my new plates because I'm getting dents on there. I did buy new plates for my big shot. I just haven't used them yet. They're actually just sat there looking at me going, Jess, you need to change them. So, sort of putting that in there. Move it slightly that way, I think. The idea wasn't to have it centred, the idea was to have it off-centred. So we have gone off-centre, and that's more visible when you put the frame on, like so. So I find it quite easy to do a small bead of glue with Tombow around these frames. You can of course make a thicker frame by, we did 4 and 5, you could do 3 and 5, and then you'd have a thicker frame. Just love these dies. When I bought them this time last year, I was like, please carry over. Please, they're stunning. And now they've brought out more stitched frames. It's great. I love them. I just think it's a really nice effect on your card, makes them stand out from the crowd. There we go. And then I just want to stick that on there. Of course, because UK has a different card size to the US, and this is made by a US company, Stampin' Up US. The frames were made to fit a US card base, so they don't mat in the way that they would if you made this in America, because your card base would be a different size. But I actually don't mind that. I do mind if I stick this on wrong. Oh well, it's done now. It is slightly squiff, but it's a handmade card. And then on the inside, I think we might do a little bit of stamping on the inside to make that kind of match the front. So I need to bring the stamps back and move them out of the way. So I think we'll just do a little spray in the corner of the card. Maybe a little one at the top. Maybe just some foliage coming down at the top there. Stick our flower in. Pretty. It's really pretty. And our little one. Ooh. That looks well splodgy, Jez. Get that cleaned off. Can't see. That one there. A little bit one there. Oh, got a delivery. Hang on. Yeah, back again. Sorry about that. I had a delivery. Look, I'm so excited. Got me painted poppies. This was a reward for end of year awards, I uplined Sam did, and got to choose a stamp set, so I chose Painted Poppies, and it's been out of stock and I couldn't get it, and now I've got it, so I'm really excited. So I'll be using that soon. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that one. I just wanted to show you my box has arrived and it's broke, and if that ever happens in any of your orders, just give your demonstrator a ring and she'll let Stamping Up know, and they'll send you a new box. So yeah, so I'll be doing that when I finish this. Getting myself a new box coming. There, have I done them all? Yeah, I think I have. So that's that. I was just wondering if there's a sentiment I could put on the inside. Can't see where I put my stamp pad now. Oh, there's a thank you. I could put a thank you on the inside, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it at that. So move these out the way, get that stuck down, and then we'll call that done. Sometimes on the inside I stamp off, but I've left that. I've left that full fat, if you like. Full strength. And then we'll just put that inside. And you could of course do the same sort of stamping on the envelope as well. So there we have it, my SAB Sale-A-Bration entry for the ink stamp share blog hop. There'll be a link coming up there to my blog for this post, and I'll link the original blog hop, which was last weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go and explore some more.